let me see what I can do with your sound. And there's my guests. There's me. One day in quarantine. Get that up. So, nope.
How can they fucking hold us above 3,100 with this fucking Apple news? Let's go. I'm short. Let's go. I need to get paid.
Bob, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly, Matthew.
What was the Apple news?
They're closing more stores. I'll tell you. Here, I'll give it to you. Let's see how many stores. Reclose more than 24 stores in 7 U.S. states. That was from Bloomberg minutes ago.
My portfolio has been jumping around from like negative 600 to up 600 all day. Every time. Hertz is killing me today. I'll tell you that much. Bunch of idiots.
Dick hurts.
Yeah, well, I'm long a whole bunch of puts, but man, they're really like sucking premium out on me left and right. For a company that's not worth anything, they're that's par for the course, right? The market's been kind of crazy. Things that I used to count on, I don't count on anymore. Let's put it that way.
There's nothing that can be counted on. I don't think it's a fucking whole shit show.
Yeah.
Okay. ICUs in Houston just reached 102% of capacity.
But is that just all old people like you though, or is it actually young people who matter?
No, it's mostly older people at this point, I'm sure. Although I just had a full.
You just had a full workup.
I had a full workup today, man. I'm like healthy like a fucking goat. I'm gonna go another 130 years.
I think we needed to reach like more of a peak before like we reopened. I don't know. I don't think the protests and I don't think people being stupid helped anything.
No. You can't, it's not political, man.
Yeah, I think it's just I think at this point we just need to rush to herd immunity and then rush a vaccine, which I think we're doing. But I don't know. Every day it's like less cases, more cases, less cases, more cases. You don't really know.
Yeah. Well, I have to tell you, I don't know what it's like out there, but here, people are very serious about it. Of course, the news was atrocious at the start, and people are serious about it here. People wear their masks and they do their business, and it gets done. But of course, it's fucking Fairfield County, Connecticut, man. People have cash.
People are. Let's see. How do I say? I wear a mask when I go to the gym, but then when I'm working out, I take my mask off. I wash everything down. I wear a mask when I go to stores, but when I walk to puppers, I don't really wear a mask.
I think that's fine.
Yeah, but
I think
fine. I guess in the end of the day, I guess it's to each their own. Who you want, what you want to do, who you want to believe. I'm not gonna.
Well,
I don't know. I think wearing a mask to help.
Masks are key, and you got to social distance. So that's a problem for the fucking economy. It's all great that the Fed is going to keep the bonds okay and keep the markets okay, but that ain't going to help people. You know what? They're going to be fucking broke. We're going to have. You think these protests are bad now? These motherfuckers ain't going to have no dough at the end of this month, end of July.
Well, that's what I've been saying the whole time. Is like how can you honestly tell me that reopening bars and then reclosing bars are you going to have anything left? Like you're going to have a massive quantity of people that don't have jobs anymore, and that's the service economy. And that they don't want to be out of work. They would rather be working than be out of work. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
we're going up to Huntington Beach Friday night for the 4th. And my friends that work at bars are, you know, like telling me, hey, we got, you know, places ready for you, and, you know, the fiance and my friends, and, you know, they want people in the bars because that's where a lot of the money comes from.
Oh, I know that. I know that. It's believe me, it's a problem. I mean, for me, it's not so bad. I got a nice pool in the back. I live on 2 acres with 2 acres next to me. I'm on a 4 acre property with a pool in the back with fucking cable TV and internet and everything else. So I don't give a fuck. I eat good food and live well.
I mean, that's the thing. That's a motto right there: eat good food, live well.
Yeah,
Um,
right.
but so you're just trading this ES for life now?
Well, no, I'm in it. Like I really thought. I think it's prone to a big drop here. I think it's prone to. I keep waiting for 3,100 to fail, but I mean, I'm making a little bit of money right now, but fuck, it just what is it? What's Apple at now? Let's see. Apple's actually down 60 cents. Fuck. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's holding this fucking thing up. This thing is gonna collapse today. If Apple's
I,
down, everything else should be down.
Not, but I mean, my portfolio is pretty balanced. Yeah, we own a ton of Apple, but I mean, I got 3M. 3M's down 10, but like a little bit, 9 cents. I don't think you're gonna get a massive bailout, like a flush down today. I think they're gonna hold for hold up until the 4th.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
if
you're right.
anything, I mean, I'm looking at, like, I've really become a selective options and stock buyer in this market, and I think there's ways to play it. I made a great American Airlines trade last month where we bought the $11 calls, we sold the $35 calls, and we sold a $5 put. I think we ended up making like freaking 3,500 on that trade when American Airlines spiked near 20. I dumped
Yeah.
the entire position. I'm thinking about putting that on again, but what I have been doing is buying foreign airline stocks like Singapore Airlines. The ticker on that one in America is SN. It's SingF, so SNGF, SINGF. Um, but it's the best. That the Emirates, um, and a couple of the Japanese airlines are the best in the industry that fly to Asia, and
Right.
Southeastern Asia and stuff like that. We were going to fly Singapore Airlines for our honeymoon, where we were going to go to Singapore and Bali, and everything was on Singapore Airlines. But I think if you can buy best in breed stocks, even if they're not in the U.S., I think that's the way to do it. I don't think people are. Let's just be honest. People don't have a choice but to fly. And if you are going to fly now, with all the risks of everything and the world it is, I would rather fly Singapore Airlines to China than Air China or Cathay Pacific or some rinky dink airline. I'd rather pay a little bit extra money and live in luxury.
I don't disagree with you.
Um, I mean, especially if they're going to keep up with the no drinking on flights. Um, I just lost my EPL parlay. Thanks, Newcastle. You screwed me on. You screwed me on one, and now when you couldn't win and you got a tie, and now you screwed me by beating Bournemouth 4-0. Thanks. I applaud that. Had everything else right. Um, but
Muck, I don't know that they're going to play baseball, and I don't think the NFL is going to play.
the NFL is playing because let's be honest. If people want to talk about slavery, that's what the NFL is. and they're going to force us to play.
It's such a brutal fucking league. They'll put anybody out there. They'll put
us out there.
Dude out there.
I don't think the NFL is. I think they're going to play. I think it's a money-driven league. I don't know how they're going to work out the contracts. Does that mean everyone's cut from every team because they don't play? Like, I think they have to play, and I think it's going to get played. Baseball, basketball are 50-50 to me. Hockey, I don't know. These bubbles, I don't know. I mean, if anyone's going to do it, to be honest, it's going to be hockey and football because they just don't give Fs.
Right.
Like hockey players are hockey players. They're not going to play. They want winning a World Series or an NBA trophy is different than winning the Stanley Cup.
Right. Yeah, they're not pussies.
Yeah, you get the Stanley Cup for a week. I think they're going to go ham, but I could be wrong. I mean, like I said, the more and more this dragged on, the more and more I didn't really think that we're going to get sports this year. I mean, I'm still hoping that I'm going to get my wedding in this year. So, that's all. That's there.
Well, I mean, Bundesliga played because I guess a number of the franchises are near broke, so that's why they got out there, and then that just kind of got everybody else to go. So.
Yeah, well, you lose. There's just so much money being lost, and eventually people are just going to make the call. They just go with it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But
it's a shit show. I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, I've been, I knew that this coronavirus is coming from mid-January, early January. So I was kind of prepared. My wife and I were prepared. We were like, we had masks and all kinds of shit. I fucking stocked up on food, so we were fine. It was like no harm, no foul to us.
I mean, things like this come all the time, especially when you have countries playing around with biological weapons that they're not ready for. But I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna. I don't know how you police that. I don't know to call out Tweetstar. I don't know what you do about the Russians putting bounties on Americans. So how do you stop that without going to war? How do you stop China from playing around with things they don't understand or using correct facilities to hold deadly viruses? How do you stop that? You just stop it, and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, we'll stop it." But I mean,
it'll all be fixed with phase 1 of the trade deal, Ma. Trust me.
Oh, I mean, we got 2 clowns running for president, and people think that they're different. I don't get it.
It's unbelievable. Trump's got to go. He's just out of fucking control. The fucking guy is just so out of. You got to realize that I've been following this guy for 40 fucking years. My wife worked for his sister. His sister is a federal judge. My wife was a federal court clerk. So I believe me. I know more about this guy than I care to. He's always been a crook.
But they're both criminals. Like, Biden saying that he cares about, disenfranchised people when Biden voted for 4 years in a row to keep schools racially segregated.
Oh, he's a clown.
I know, but
Joe's a dope.
Nothing's clown. They're both idiots. They're both mentally retarded idiots. That's why I've been telling everyone. Andrew Yang, 2020.
No, Andrew Yang is too smart. He's too smart. Nobody ever liked him.
Let's just write him in. Everyone, write-in campaign. Andrew Yang sweeps the electoral ballots. I mean, I'm a Republican, and I think Andrew Yang makes the most sense. Like, I don't think we can do a freedom dividend, but then again, I don't know. I'm hearing Mnuchin saying he's going to give everyone 5 Gs, so direct deposit.
It's unbelievable. They got to do something. I'm telling you, the economy is gonna. Did you see? There was a Saturday New York Times about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks ago. about spending, and it was basically all the spending was done by the people that they gave that money to. Like
Yeah,
the very rich weren't spending any fucking thing, motherfuckers. They weren't spending a goddamn dime.
yeah.
You know,
I mean, to be honest, I put 800 of it in a Robinhood account and I'm up. But I mean, that and I was buying penny stock. I mean, not penny stocks, but like just I bought GE at like $5, sold it when it was at 7. Just buying Ford, just companies that I like that are worth nothing. Potbelly Deli, big proponent of Potbelly Deli. Bought some of that
yeah.
at $2. I was stoked. I'm like, I can own Potbelly Deli for $2. Hell yes. Um, but yeah, a lot of people.
You're one of those fucking freeloaders getting the cash.
Yeah, always.
What
Um,
do, what,
most of our spending went. I mean, we just bought a house. We had to buy a washer, dryer, new oven. All that kind of stuff. So
they, they love you.
yeah. Um, but also, my wife is like your wife. She makes a ton of money, so we're not hurting.
What's your wife? What's your future wife do?
She is a doctor of physical therapy, and she works at a clinic, and she also teaches for the her alma mater that she got her uh, doctor of physical, I don't know, PTH, or it's not a PhD and it's not an MD. It's but yeah, she teaches, and they're about to bring her on full time, and so once she gets tenure, her money's not going anywhere, and that's free healthcare for the month. Woo!
There you go. Lord knows you're gonna need it.
SP, SPY is ripping up to try to get over 310 right now.
I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Apple is still negative. It's only 17 cents though. It was 60 cents at one
I
point.
think I think you're going to see a massive rally into the close.
You might be right. You might be right.
Um, it's been weird. I don't know. I don't. It's like, to be honest, I don't. Even if we do crash, I mean, we're certainly not getting down to 3,000. You know what I mean? Like, we're not going. We're not going to 2,700. We're not. I don't know where people. I mean, I don't know where people think that. You know
I
where
think
we
we.
could
Go-
go.
I think we can go back to 2,900 easy.
But then I
I
think
mean,
I think what happens is this channel's name happens. I think people come in and Btfd it. Um, the problem is, I'm gonna be really honest with people. If you're not counting earnings for the next 2 years, then the stock price doesn't fucking matter.
right.
It could literally go to the moon because it doesn't. The earnings don't matter. You don't have an earnings multiple. Let's just be honest. The earnings multiple for all of these companies is 0.
Yeah.
So Apple should trade off book value, I guess, and they have hundreds of billions in cash. So technically their stock price should be somewhere around Berkshire Hathaway A. I mean, Warren's got what, 400 billion in cash. Apple's got something ridiculous. I mean, they spent 300 billion just in freaking buybacks. So I don't know, like what signifies price to earnings multiples. I think by the election that we make all time highs. I think you're saying I've put my money on it. I've also put my money and said I don't think Trump wins re-election with a very big bet with my co business partner, but I think we hit over 4,000 on the SPOOs soon.
But you see, the sports betting line on Trump is went from him being a 2-to-1 positive to win to he's now almost 2-to-1 to lose.
But the thing is, we have to wait for the debates. I think the debates are going to be
I don't think
telling.
so.
You don't think what about this? I don't think there are going to be debates because I don't think Biden's people will let him.
No, they signed up for 3 now.
I know, but so did AOC versus MCC, and they didn't really have debates.
AOC is something.
But at the end of the day, I think we see new highs. I think there's a ridiculous amount of money that's coming off. I mean, look at me. I mean, I'm not these people's fiduciary, but I am a fiduciary, and I don't know where to put money anymore. I mean, I can't put it in a 10-year.
It's impossible.
What's the point of buying bonds?
It's impossible. I don't know what you do with it. Just pay everything off and
people tell me, I'm like, look, me and my future wife are first time home buyers. And we got a 3.25 on a 30-year. That's insane. Who's making money on that?
No, I know.
Like, my parents just refinanced and got under 2. Who's making money on that?
I know. That's why I keep telling my wife we need to cash in options and just take the cash and redo our mortgage. It's silly.
Like, so not under 2. Sorry guys, they got under like 3. They're at like 2.85 or something like that on their new 30-year. But that's like it gets to the point where I mean we're buying the same stuff that we've always bought but bigger. 3M, Caterpillar, Dow, GE, REITs. Yeah, I'm buying beat up REITs. NYMT. I don't care. It's at $2.75. It yields freaking 88%. Till it doesn't. That's a good point. I'm long from 4 a lot. Our new cost basis is at like 250. If it all goes away, it goes away. But I think there are some good REITs out there still. I think Good is a great REIT. We're up a lot of money on that, plus a massive dividend. But where are you going to put your money? Like, if you need yield, you can't go to bonds. So you have to go to dividend yielding stocks and just deal with it. I mean, you have to buy a lot of Apple. You have to buy a lot of Microsoft. It's not that I want to, but the yield is what is more important to the overall winning of, the strategy you have. The overall yearly, the yearly yield is more important than the P&L to a lot of people that I run the money for.
I don't disagree with you. It makes sense to me. Where you live? Where's the new place at?
Well, as you can see behind me, it's a kingdom of boxes. But we are moving from University Town Center in San Diego to Rancho Bernardo. Okay. So like oh, it's great. It's a twin home, huge backyard on a corner lot. The pup should be able to frolic and live her best life.
What do you mean a twin home?
It's like a duplex, but no one's above us. We share a wall, so it's like 2 homes with 1 wall. Yeah,
I'm with you.
3 bedroom, 3 bathroom, an office for me, massive backyard. I'm just stoked that I don't have to wake up at 3 and 5 a.m. anymore to take the puppy for a walk. She out in the backyard. I'm looking at a massive rally here, Bob, going into the end of the day. Apple's now up 13 cents.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's 304. You don't know what's gonna happen. You're not really gonna know what's gonna happen until 350. But it looks like you want to rock and roll this thing.
I mean, I think Trump said it right? That if anyone shorts stocks or sells stocks or buys puts, they're un-American and they go to Gitmo. Now I think that's what it is for 10 years.
He's such a dickweed.
Yeah, so I think this worked. Guys,
right.
I hope it works. If people see it on the YouTube, it'll work. If not, I can play around with it. But I think I found a site that will link to everything, and we'll keep doing it. And we maybe have to bring on a technical whiz to set everything up, but I think we're slowly figuring it out.
Sounds good.
Talk to you later, Bob.